You all, as BX commandos, are infiltrating the Venator, pride of monkey kind, that is currently sitting within atmosphere of Druckenwell to rescue the CIS Admiral Delgi Nir. Delgi Nir. However you want to pronounce it. I don't care. It's a Star Wars name. It's made up anyway. All of you are dressed in clone armor all of you are dressed in clone armor with your clone weapons. You look the part. You hope you can act the part. As you begin, as you make your way towards the Venator in your, was it a lat or were you guys doing a lat LE?
I think it was just a lat.
I mean, you said it didn't matter. Yeah, so just do the lat.
All right. As you make your way to the, make your way towards the Venator in your lat. What was it? You hear over the which one of you is flying?
Fuck it, I'll
Can
be
we
the
just
pilot.
have two? Well, would we just have two like neutral pilots piloting for us, or do we have to like one of us have to be?
One of you.
Because it would seem kind of weird if the pilots get out and then are on the escort mission.
So you wouldn't look like a regular clone trooper, I guess. You'd have to look like an actual pilot, and then having a pilot walk around. Maybe that's kind of weird. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or honestly, you could have. I mean, would we have? We have 6. Do we actually have 6, or is it just the 3 of us?
As of right now, it's the 3 of you. 2 more should be joining.
Okay. We could just say one of them is staying with the aircraft to make sure we have a getaway. If we can't get away, we just scuttle it if it's not going to work.
Okay. So I can also just say there's 2 NPC BX commandos that are flying it too. If you wanted to do that.
And they just hang out the aircraft to protect it.
I think that would be best.
All right.
Yeah, just keep the meter running.
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
Exactly.
All right. Sounds good. So, as you approach, you all don't hear this. You all don't hear any of the comms that's happening. But as you begin to approach, if a BX commando could feel uneasy, it would probably start to feel uneasy about this point, as it's not sure if this part of the plan is actually going to let them go through. But, for some unknown reason, you are being let onto the ship, and you begin your entry into the Venator's hangar, onto landing pad 5, where you land safely, and without anyone seeming to know at the moment, the wiser, that there are what's the word? I'd say wolf among sheep.
Among them.
Monsters among them. Yeah. Insert any Among Us reference here. But you have successfully landed on the Venator and are in the Venator's hangar. Where would you like to go? And as of right now, the Venator looks like how you guys normally know it to look in Arma. So it looks like that.
Is it fairly empty? Do we see very many troops walking around? Are they mostly deployed? Does it seem?
Get my little ambience going.
I think the plan was for them to be deployed when we got there, so it's as empty as possible. I'm just wondering how empty is it really?
It's still bustling. There's still activity of pilots and wardens and armor detachments being moved about. It's busy, but probably it's busy in the sense of like how do I want to say this? It still has a busyness to it. Whether or not everyone has deployed yet or not is of another word.
They're still being done.
Yeah, it's either
no
still
one's
being
just like hanging around.
Yeah, there's still deployments going about from other parts of the planet, different where other parts of the 501st are on campaign, clearing out other islands and whatnot, trying to capture things as well. So it's still busy, but it's not overly busy. If that makes sense.
Okay.
All right. So I think that right now, our best bet is just go in and find wherever the prisoner is going to be held. Do we have a basic knowledge of a layout for the Venator?
The only knowledge you have of the Venator is what you see before you. Is your guys' personal knowledge, give or take a few minor details. I say minor, depends on how you think of it. A few minor details about the hangar's whereabouts.
Do we know where? Like, do we know how to get from the hangar to the prisoner section?
You do not.
All right. So, I think the best thing for us to do right now is to get in and to try and find someone that we can have direct us to the prisoner bay.
We believe your home should be a celebration of you.
Who puts ads?
Your style. We have what you're looking for.
Yeah, no, that got me too.
It's like, what is this?
Why do I have my sound on?
G Space Wizard. Cancel. Get out of here.
Buddy.
A baby.
All right. Let's see.
Yeah.
We could also, the ruse could be that we were sent by another ship's captain to pick up the prisoner and transfer him into into the fleet in upper orbit, like up in that's orbiting the planet for them to jump them out. So we could just say like that's our so we could find
that's what we
somebody with like a moderate rank. You want somebody who knows where it is, but not somebody who would know enough to know we're not there to. We shouldn't be there to pick them up.
What rank armor are we wearing for our disguise?
You guys had access to anything up to a corporal, right? Corporal's team lead, right? I'm blanking on that. Yeah.
Yes.
Anything up to a corporal, you had access to.
All right. So I think one of us should be a corporal, and then two of us should just be veteran troopers. That way we have. Like it wouldn't make much sense for multiple squad leads to be going with.
Yeah.
But if it's one team lead and then his two underlings, that makes sense.
No, I agree.
Also, by the way, you have unmarked clone armor. You're just white. You're not registered. At this point, you're not registered to any specific unit. You just have blank,
we're not registered.
blank white.
That's fine, so long as we still look like we have the rank.
Okay, yeah.
Alright, so who wants to be?
I'll be the corporal. I'll be the team lead.
Alright, you'll be in
Just so
charge
that
of
way-
a lot of the talking then.
Yeah. We'll just kind of do what you ask. I was also kind of thinking that one of us could probably go like anywhere to like communications if we can find that out, just to delay any kind of response to our actions or redirect them someplace that's incorrect. So it might help us our chances of getting out of there. So not necessarily everyone's going to the same spot.
What we could try is find an unsecured comp link and see what we can find through there about the layout of the ship.
Yeah.
Actually, I think that might be best. Let's just step out of the ship and go out, find a terminal, and see what's the most obvious information we can get just of the layout.
Yeah, something that's out of the way where there's not going to be other A troopers nearby to
Exactly.
really ask us what we're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Okay. So you guys are looking for a terminal, you said?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're stepping out
that's out
of the
of the way.
ship, going through out of the hangar, and looking for a terminal in an out of the way room.
Okay. All right. So you don't see one on the landing pad or in the hangar bay, as rightfully so. There shouldn't be. You don't need to be working on a computer in a busy hangar area. You don't put a computer on a flight deck. But so you find the nearest hallway near you. That you notice that there are multiple troopers walking in and out, and you go through that doorway. Well, I should say you go through. Would you like to go through that doorway?
Yeah. Yeah, that's probably.
Yeah, I just don't want to. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, or a railroad.
Yeah, I don't want to railroad you and be like,
Railroad.
ah,
It's
now we're
basically a
trapped.
one shot. You're
And you guys
allowed to
walk-
railroad.
I
it's
know.
fine.
And
And you guys walk right into Emperor Palpatine. Da-da-da.
Why is Emperor Palpatine on the ship in combat? So
No question.
How, is it,
I'm
how did he get
questioning.
to be an emperor?
Yeah.
Really don't question it.
Don't question it. We're way ahead of our time. Okay, so let's see. As you walk in through the hallway, you come into a T intersection.
Okay.
In front of you, looks like it's a med center. To the left of you, looks like some sort of. It looks like it's some sort of storage from the way you can tell. The door's open at this point. You can kind of see in, but then a trooper walks out and the door shuts. And then to the right of you is another T intersection, and then okay. How do I put ad blocker on an iPad in?
Boop.
All right. There you go.
You do an elevator?
No, and then to the right of you is another T, or not a T intersection, another T intersection with a large entrance to your left and a small little doorway to the right. And on the other end, it's almost identical to what you see before you with your T intersection and stuff like that.
All right. I don't think there's going to be much in the way of a terminal in the med center or in storage. I say we just keep going.
That center might, but it's also gonna be busy. And if you're not a medical person in med center, they're gonna be like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah. If you're in a
Yeah,
med center,
and we're
you're
just
either
randomly
giving
using a
care
terminal
or
in the
getting
medical.
care.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd probably find a different spot to be less conspicuous.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, we could always just ask and be like,
Well, I don't want to ask too many questions, because clones are always on Venators. So if you're this far into the war and you don't know, your way
That's what I
around
was
a
thinking
ship,
too.
it's gonna be really awkward. Like,
And all
hey,
Venators are probably
what do
built
you
the
mean you don't
same.
know where that is? Exactly.
Okay. So then, you guys make your way to the cross section to the right. As you stand here to the right, you see. Yeah, to your right, you see the a small doorway. To your left is another long hallway that goes very far to the back of the ship. It's all the doors are open at this point. And then if you look a little farther to your down the hall, it's straight below you. So from where you came, straight below you, based on how I'm looking at the map. You see another med center, and another door in front of you, and another hallway that you assume leads back out to the hangar.
All right. Let's just check the hallway that we think goes back to the hangar, just to make sure. And then, if it does, head through that other door.
Okay. As
I mean,
you...
unless you guys have any other ideas.
yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, so you're gonna go check that hallway that you assume goes down to
Yeah.
the hangar. Okay.
Yeah, just to make sure that does go where we think it is.
As you let's see. Okay, as you walk. Find my note. As you are walking towards that hallway, a couple troopers start like rush past you. One's holding his hand close to his chest, gripping it tightly. You can hear some grunts and groans. The other trooper who's kind of like helping, guiding him along, is like, out of the way, out of the way. And they go into the med center. I want one of you to make a perception check for me. Let me get you some dice.
I put them down.
I gotta say, I only got D6s here.
There's a metal one and a...
No, that's yours.
Whoever wants those, get you some other dice too, just so you have it. can't believe I forgot about the dice. Any one of you, go ahead and roll.
Yeah.
How do you raise it up? Is it
You can either select it and just like
just
shake it
roll?
back and forth and roll it, or you can select it and like double tap R a bunch.
12 plus perception 13?
13?
Oh no, 12, 15.
15. Okay. So just to the right of the door in the medical center, you do see some sort of terminal. Whether or not it's going to help you or not is another question, but you do see a terminal.
In the hall?
It's inside the Venator or outside in the hallway?
Inside the med center. It's just on the other side of the door. So like it, if you were to enter it to your right, and if you were to enter the doorway to your right, it would be right there.
Well, they'll probably be distracted with the casualty. They might not notice if one of us is working on it, and maybe someone else can pretend to help with the casualty. don't know.
How much do we know about how clone first aid? Because we're droids.
Yeah,
It's not like we've ever had to put on a band-aid before.
yeah.
You don't know?
Um,
Well, I feel like we would be
you don't know
uploaded.
how much
Hey,
you
we're-
think
we're
you know. You
commandos.
maybe kind of understand.
Yeah.
You might have a basic understanding of anatomy, but like not like at most you're like that's skin. That's as much as you got probably. Maybe.
yeah.
One of
alright.
you might
Um,
know more though. One of you might have something in its memory banks. We don't know.
Well, we're also commandos. You would think that like we would have more knowledge than the basic B1
Yeah.
droid. Like
Alright.
if we've ever taken down a Venator, I feel like we would have some idea of a
Yeah,
layout.
fair enough.
Like if they're all, especially if they're all made the same, then out of the hundreds and whatever that we've killed over the years of this war, we figured something out.
I'm willing
You know to aim for the head.
to yeah. I'm willing to go in and check that terminal. Just give it like a real quick glance, see if it has a map on it or something. I don't think it'll take long to tell. If one of you can stay out, if one of you can stand like by the door to come in if people start yelling at me to give me cover, that would be appreciated.
Yeah, I can do that.
Perfect.
Okay, so Wizard, you're gonna go in and try and check the terminal,
Yeah.
and Bones, you're gonna go basically standing as a screen, basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do we know who has the computer use out of all of us?
Who has
Probably
what?
all equally good with computers, right?
Yeah, you're all pretty good with computers. It's a computer.
Yeah.
You understand how to look
Yeah.
how
We're
to
not-
look up what you
We're
want.
not trying to slice it also. We're just looking on it to see does it have a map? Does it show
We have the language,
where
so
the
we shouldn't
prisoner
have
section
that
is?
barrier or anything.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
too.
Yeah. Okay. So, you walk in. So there's only a couple medical personnel at this point in there. Most of them are dealing with other troopers who are already wounded. You can kind of see there's some on some stretchers, with different injuries. One of the medics is looking at the guy who just broke his hand, to talk about how it happened, all that. And you walk up to the terminal. It looks like the terminal you want. And then, sorry, what specifically are you going to look for?
Just a map.
Just a map?
A layout of the Venator to show where we are and where's the brig.
Okay, so, you are able to find a map of the general layout of the floor you are on, and I will get that for you, gentlemen, in a second, so you can all see. However, as you go to look for any other part of the ship that isn't this deck of the ship, you find that you how do I say this? Oh, okay. As you go to look through the other levels of the ship, you can't seem to access any of those files without a proper clearance.
Hmm.
Is it like a number or something you got put in, or is
It's
it
it's
swipe
an
something?
ID card. You need an ID card.
An
Ah,
ID card.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Looking at the patient and the people in the room, was anyone here look of any noteworthy rank, or are they all pretty low level troopers?
But I don't think we would need something that high rank. I think we just need like something to say, yeah, I'm allowed to look at this stuff.
That's what I mean. Like, is there anyone here that's an actual corporal or something that we can swipe their car while they're not paying attention? They're all busy worrying about the injured guy, or
let's see. No, everybody in this room looks like. You know, before I just pigeon toe you into an answer, make a perception check for me.
that's a D12, isn't it? Oh, that's D20, never mind.
An 11.
It's a 15 in total, I think. What's my perception? Oh, plus 3,
Your perception is
14.
+3.
14.
Yeah,
Okay.
14 then.
Let's see. Oh, the terminal does say what level of ID required, and it's level 3 ID you need.
All right.
To be able to access it. But as you look around, you don't see anybody of noteworthy rank. Most of these guys aren't wearing any like actual uniforms. They're in their I don't want to say.
Oh, they're like
I don't want to say their
yeah.
pajamas. They're just in their like their
Under Armour kind of
yeah,
shit.
they're in their Under Armour because they're being worked on. You
Did
look
any
around.
like careless medical guy leave his fucking IDC on the counter like a dumbass?
Yes.
Because that happens in real life all the time.
Oh yeah. You do not see any of that.
Okay.
But
Is there anybody? Oh, sorry. Continue.
as you're looking around, the main medical personnel guy who's talking to the two troopers, one that like has what you assume is a broken hand, motions them to go another medical personnel staff, and they're walked down to the end of the hall. He looks at you. I can't see you guys, so I'm trying to like point at you. He looks at you, Bones.
Yep.
And he walks up to you and says, "Do you? I'm sorry. Do you? Are you looking for somebody? Do you need anything?"
We're just looking for oh, what would he say here? Oh man, I'm trying to think what he would say. He'd probably just say we were sent to escort someone to the fleet, and we're just trying to find her away.
Make a deception check for me.
I was gonna say, why don't we say like special assignment?
He's already said it.
Special assignment. We need to get to the detention center.
What's my deception?
It'd be your charisma.
Oh, wonderful. 12.
12. Okay.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
You gotta roll it, but yeah.
Are you helping injured or escort an injured person? Because otherwise, I think you're gonna want to look in the brig.
It wasn't really made clear. I don't see them here, so they must not be injured. I don't know if he would even ask where the brig is, because I think that would be the thing that we were all talking about, where it would raise alarm bells. We don't know, so I don't think he would say that.
Well, at this point, I'll step in, and I think I'll say, we're actually used. Yeah, we think he's in the brig, but we've only been stationed either on planet side or on acclimators, so we're pretty lost in a ship as big as this. Do you know where the brig is, or can you show us that?
No, just say we're normally stationed on Peltas. Say but like we just cut in
We're usually
And
stationed on
say,
smaller
you know,
ships than a Venator.
special assignment. Point us to the brig.
Right. Well, unfortunately, I can't take you to the brig as I do not have the required codes to do so. However, if you are looking for any information, you can always check with one of the NCOs or officers if you go into either the cantina or the rec room. There might be someone there who's able to help you find the man you're looking for, or at least send you in the right direction.
Well, can I cut in?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, go ahead.
You know, because if I'm the corporal, you know, what's this guy's rank? Just a trooper?
You don't really see
So
him
I don't
rank.
rank him.
He's just a medical staff.
Okay. All right. I'll just say trooper. In case you haven't heard, there's a space battle going on ahead, and we're on an urgent mission. Just point us to the brig. You don't need to escort us.
Right. Well, if you go to the elevator, you should be able to get to the brig if you know what the floor is, and if you have the access codes to get to it. But, I'm sorry, who did you say you were coming to get?
That's classified information. Need to know only. Sorry.
It always is. If you'll excuse me, I have patients to look after.
Operational security.
Right. And he turns away and starts to
Like, you know,
continue on
hand
his work.
and just say, "Move it out, boys."
All right, and
All right.
let me get you
Back
guys
into the hallway.
map, because you do know what the map looks like.
It's so hard not to say Roger, Roger right now, just for shits.
Yes.
That was a good episode.
All right. Here's the map of the Venator, of the floor you're on, at least.
Okay.
Oop. Sorry, I'm trying to grab this dice. And you are right here.
Cool. I do like the. Never mind. Okay. Barracks, elevators, mess hall, rec room. So I'm thinking two things. One is to see if, like, the terminal on this floor let us see its layout before it required a card.
Nope.
So what I'm
it let
wondering-
you do it. Oh, sorry. I
Well,
thought you
no,
were
that's
asking.
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't need a card in order to get this level map.
You probably need
So-
a card to get to that level that we need to get to, though.
Yeah, maybe. I say let's go check the elevators, see if they require cards. If they don't, we can just hop from floor to floor finding individual maps until we've luck out. And if they do require a card, we can go to the rec room or the mess hall and then pick on someone below us to take us there.
The only problem is the longer we take, the more likely our aircraft's gonna get spotted and questioned in the hangar.
All right.
Yeah, that too.
That's the only downside.
Yeah. Let's check the elevators
Sorry, my friend
first.
called me. Just kidding me.
Okay. You head over to the elevators, and you're just seeing what floors you have
Yeah.
access to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Does it immediately ask for a card, or can you just walk in, walk out?
You can access the elevators. It's the floors that you're trying to get to that would require a key card or an ID card.
Okay.
So you can get to
What-
most floors. It seems like you go in there, you look at the dial and the everything. It looks like you can get to most floors fine. It's just specific ones that you need key cards to.
What exactly is in a rec room? Like, do we know what's in those? Is it like literally like, oh, playing board games?
It's the hangout room.
They're actually playing D&D and they're doing
They
the
have
exact
four
opposite.
clones.
Yeah.
They have 4 clones over a table. They have a bunch of 20-sided die. They're talking about being BXs. It's really
It's
confusing.
really weird.
That would never happen.
I shoot one of them.
I look at the one that says his name is Wizard and shoot him. Live out my greatest dream.
So we know we're blocked on the elevators. So do you want to go to the rec? Oh man, if we go to the rec room, like I guess they'd have to have their ID with them anyway, no matter where they go. I feel like the rec
That's the
room is more
idea.
likely to find someone in a situation where they're not as aware, whereas the mess hall, they're like, I don't know.
I get the other box.
In your car.
Mess hall, you could find someone who's alone. Be like, hey, try and like be friends with them or something. Not very charismatic, obviously, being fucking robots.
I'm not sure if we should try and swoon them or if we should just say, hey, we're here from command, yada yada yada. Here's our orders. Bring us to the brig so that we can
just say we're
destroy
from the
this guy."
fleet.
Yeah, that's
we're
what I'm
from the
saying.
fleet.
Do these
We
fleets
don't
have
need
like
to name specific
names
shit.
or anything? Like, would a fleet as a whole have a name for itself, like an armada of some kind?
Yeah, they have this there's the 7th fleet.
Yeah, technically,
Okay.
I think
Yeah, they're-
technically
they all
we'd
have
be
the- they all
Fifth
have
Fleet,
the
but I don't have anything really
Okay.
on my end named for stuff.
We can
but-
just, we can
That's
just
why-
say command told us to transfer this prisoner.
Yep.
Well, no, that's why we say we're from the fleet. They ask what ship. By just saying we're from the fleet, you just be generic. Don't be specific. That's why I'm like,
Yeah.
we're on a special assignment, trooper. Classified orders. I'm sorry. We just need to get pointed. Just point us to the brig. You don't need to come with us.
Let's.
And it's like,
Yeah. Do you guys want to do the rec room or do you want to do the mess hall?
I think. I don't know. I mean, 50-50. I think mess hall because we can look for someone who's about to finish their meal, and then as they're coming back, like we can nab them then. But in rec room, we're gonna have to peel them away from some kind of game.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we
So
can like
we're
go to
off
the
the
mess hall,
mess
kind of peer around, see who's a
Exactly.
higher rank that's put to finish. Then we'll wait
Yep.
for them out in the hallway, wait for them to come out, and then be like, hey, like in a sense of urgency, like, yo, we need your help. We need to get to the
Yeah,
elevators. We gotta
exactly.
get to the brig. We got a special assignment. We gotta get to the fleet so they can jump out.
Exactly.
we could also
Maybe less detail, but like
if we go to the rec hall. Well, if we went to the rec room and there's only one guy in it, we could also straight up murder somebody.
it's
You
just
know what,
stacked
you're-
by in the
I
rack.
mean-
You're right. Let's go. Let's walk towards the rec room, look in for 30 seconds, see who's there, and then if that's a bust, go to the mess hall.
Yeah, that's fine. Do that.
So you guys make your way to the rec room. As you go down the hall, I don't know what I was going to say. You make it to the end. You turn to your right. You notice that the hallway was busier. These side hallways in the barracks areas seem to be a little less busy. There's some troopers here and there. They're chatting, but not as much as there are. There's not as much activity over here as there would be the normal hallway, where everybody is making their way back and forth from the hangar or medical or storage or wherever they got to go. You make your way to the rec room. The door is open, and you look inside. You see there's a general murmur of troopers hanging out, playing games, watching sports, movies, whatever it is. There's a good group of guys in here, but they're all kind of like staying in their own little like groups and stuff like that. No one's really off by their lonesome. I mean, there's some guys over in the corner like reading a book, but they're like in a little like library area, but there's a couple of them and stuff like that. So
All right. So no one that we can pick off alone.
right. Yeah.
All right. I say go to Plan B, check the mess hall, and wait for someone to leave.
Yeah, try and because there's gotta be a difference in their ranks. If you can tell by like even their Under Armour, they should have some kind of indication so the troopers all know. They all fucking look the same visually, so they have to have some kind of indicator.
All right. So you head to the mess hall.
Yeah.
Okay. You head to the mess hall.
Yeah.
You notice that on this side of the hallway, it's a
Out of my way.
little more barren than on the other side. Like on the other side, you kind of saw like troopers hanging out outside their doors and talking. This one, there's not. There's like 2 troopers talking in the middle of the hallway, but they're off to the side, and all the other doors are shut.
Are they all on these doors, these barracks rooms and stuff? Are there indication of names and ranks or something like that for who is assigned to each room?
There is. I'm trying to think. Would there be normal? Is there? Do you normally put names on ranks on barracks, or?
Typically, yeah.
Usually. Really?
Depending on where you are, but like for us, yeah, we do.
Okay.
If it's like a permanent kind of residence for
I
people,
guess
not
I guess
just
for us it
temporary
would be
quarters.
permanent. So yeah, you see some names and ranks on these doors.
Is there like a difference in ranks on this side of the area versus the other side? Does this look like higher ranks that wouldn't socialize as much, or
No, it looks the names and ranks look the same.
okay? Weird.
Nothing. It's just it's the same thing on both sides.
Okay.
But you make your way
Less
to the
people.
yeah. It's just less people on this side. You make your way to the mess hall, and you look inside. On the side of the wall, you see kind of the cafeteria's menu, and today's meal of the day is soup.
Gross.
Generic soup.
It's
Is
soup
it
day,
tomato
baby.
Nope.
It's
Chicken
mystery
noodle
soup.
soup? Nope. Just soup.
Just whatever, different kinds of soup, but it's just saying it's soup day. The kind of different things. Yeah. So you see again in there. There's some troopers hanging out, eating their meals. There's a few troopers who are kind of sitting by themselves, but they're not like completely by themselves. They're like a bit of a way. It doesn't seem like anyone's like not like anti-socializing with people. It's just like, yeah, this trooper just wants to eat by himself today or right now. So okay, ads, get out of here.
Do we tell ranks by these guys just by looking at them?
Go ahead. Yeah, you would be able to tell ranks. You can see some different ranks from cadets all the way up to sergeants.
Sergeant's probably what we would need. I
Yeah, that's what
imagine.
I'm thinking.
It's just a matter of whether or not T, if you think you can convince, I know you're muted there. If you think you can convince a sergeant to escort us or to get us access to the brig. I mean, sergeant's probably gonna want to escort us, but I don't know if we can convince him otherwise to just get us access. But that's gonna be a little fishy.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll do my best.
Alright. You go up to talk to him, Bones and I will be at like parade rest behind you, give it an air of officialness.
Yeah, I mean, if we all have our guns out, just be like,
Yeah, we're all kitted
Yeah.
out. We're all
Yeah,
like
you have your weapons.
keep them
and stuff like
low.
that.
yeah.
Yeah.
We are all visibly on mission.
So you guys
Okay.
are gonna
All
walk
right,
up
so
to.
I'll go up to him.
Okay.
Yeah.
You walk up to a sergeant.
The sergeant, yeah.
mhm. He's hanging out with a couple of his other couple of other guys. There's about 4. There's 3 more of them, so there's 4 in total. They're talking, having a good time, having a chat, eating their soup, with some bread. What would you like to say to the sergeant?
For slop. I would just say, excuse me, Sergeant.
Yes.
Sorry to interrupt your meal, but we're on a special assignment from the fleet. Need to get to the brig. We've already talked to a trooper in medical, and unfortunately he didn't have the codes for us. I don't want to interrupt your meal. Can you just point us the way or upload them to our data pad so we can get on with the mission?
You don't already have the codes?
No, you know how these things go. Command sends us on an assignment. We get half the gear that we codes that we are supposed to have. Since there's a criffing space battle going on overhead.
Right, and there's a battle going on below us as well. Where did you say you were
Chaos all
from?
around.
Who sent you?
The fleet, one of the Peltas. I mean, we have a name that of like people in the designations, right?
You don't have.
Basically, do we know what the hierarchy is of the fleet to a degree?
You understand the ranking structure, but you don't understand. You don't know who would be in charge of what.
Oh, so our intelligence doesn't know.
Well, we know that we're in the
commanding that fleet.
501st, so we would know.
Yeah, you understand. You understand
I mean,
a little bit
we
about.
would know the 501st, and we could say,
So the 501st has multiple ships, right?
Yes. Yeah.
yeah. Oh, it has
Do we know
multiple
like
ships,
the
but
names of those
we could
ships?
say, you
Jay
know,
sent us.
Yeah,
Throw that to the
Jay
bus.
told me to tell you that you're cringe, so like I don't know, man.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Stop being such a bitch.
Yeah, sorry, pal. Them's the breaks. Do we
You're not
know?
a fan.
Do we know the names of any of the other ships? Because then we can just say, yeah, we were sent from this ship, told to bring him back there, so that they can take off in case the space battle goes wrong.
Can somebody make a not a history check? What's the
What's one what are you looking for?
I'm trying to think.
knowledge.
Yeah, make a
It's
knowledge.
knowledge.
Make a knowledge roll.
If you're using
See-
5e, or
Yeah,
the
see,
target mission is called
see how much.
knowledge. Yeah.
See how much you're actually
Hey,
told about the fleet.
Give me a second. What's our int modifier?
Plus
Your
2.
wisdom would be your. for
Oh,
knowledge.
wisdom.
wi-
plus
Wisdom.
one.
Yeah, wisdom is
fine,
knowledge.
That's a +1. Okay. Alright, so... Fuck.
You don't know any of the names of the other ships.
Does anyone else know? Anyone
Nope,
else like
no
to
one
roll?
else can. If you don't know, nobody else knows.
We're all built in the same information,
We're all-
it seems.
We're all built different, and that different is dumb.
Look, Corporal. If you don't know how to get to the if you weren't told how to get to the brig, then it's not my job to tell you because you didn't have the proper clearance to get there anyway. So, if you'll excuse me, I'd like to go back to my lunch now.
What are you talking about?
Hmm.
Oh, yeah, hey Tracer, we're
Yeah, no,
we're failing an infiltration mission.
No, we're not failing it. It's just they're being difficult. That's all that happens. No, just say to him,
I can tell. I've just
Look, Sergeant. if you can't help us. All right, sorry, I was hoping that wouldn't wake up my kid. And just say like, look, Sergeant. If we're really in a hurry, yeah, and we don't want to have to go back to command empty-handed, without you know. Sorry, I didn't wake up my kid. Now, look, Sergeant, we don't want to pester you. I don't even want to interrupt your meal, but we really need to get this taken care of and get on with our mission. So if you can't help us, just point us in the direction of the person who can, because, well, unfortunately, with the situation on the ground and in space, we can't make a trip back to command and then back here with the proper clearance. or the proper codes. Whatever.
Well, the person I would have to point you to get the proper clearance and the codes would have been your command who sent you. So, there I am pointing. He's pointing to the door. Start walking.
Sassy bitch.
All right,
Hope his
fine.
meal ends soon. Fucking gank this dude in the hallway. They don't have names on their shirts, obviously. Then, right?
No, he's in his uniform. It looks like he and his boys are like prepping to get deployed. Hopefully,
Okay.
I say hopefully they're just prepping to get
Be
deployed.
a shame if something happened to that fucking lad. Accidents
I mean,
happen every day.
We did pass an ordnance storage room.
I literally saw that and I
Oh.
was like, that'd be a nice parting gift on our way out the door if we do make it out. If we don't
Yeah,
make it, we're just gonna sabotage what we can.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So that was a bit of a
Yeah.
bust. I say we pull out because we can't just start walking around to other tables in the mess hall.
Yeah. We could go out and see
Yeah.
what ranks and names are on the doors in the barracks and see if we can find somebody in their room. Send someone to go talk to them. If they don't want to play fair, then you can just gank them with the door closed. Take their key
We
card.
could just murder someone in their room.
That's what I mean, yeah.
I'm willing to try
I'm
it.
sure they all share bunks and stuff.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
mean-
but especially if we can. This is the this section is more full, correct? There are less people standing about on this side.
This one's less empty, or more empty, not less empty. This one's more empty. There's
Yeah.
not as many people
So-
hanging out over here.
And were there more people in the rec room or in the mess hall?
It's about the same. There's no
Alright.
real. It's like
So-
maybe like give or take a few, but not enough
Alright.
to be noticeably different.
What
Too
I'm
noticeably different, I
thinking
should say.
is that with any luck, the people on this side will be hopefully, at least, there will be more of them in each room. There will be like 2 dudes in a room, and with any luck, that'll be how many there are in that room in general. And then if there's 2 dudes in a room, we can just kill them both. And then not have to worry about anyone walking in.
Oh,
or
discovering them. Are there any rooms that have
Exactly.
single names on them? Or are they all just doubles? Like, I would imagine higher ranking people don't have bunkmates. That's part of the perk of being higher rank.
You see some doors have how many do they have? Let me double check. It is some doors seem to have somewhere in between like 8 and 11 names. A couple
Jesus
doors
Christ.
have like 3 to 4 or 3 to 5. And it doesn't look like there's just like 3 guys in the room. It looks like there's some like in some of them it looks like there's some like blank spaces where names could be.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Alright.
Fuck.
What is? Do we see like what's the lowest number of names on a door that we see?
The lowest one you see is
I mean, why we could also just find some corporal or whatever, or an extra like actual trooper, and just be like pull rank on him. Not everybody down who works in the brig
Well-
is a sergeant or higher.
The
Literally
these
just
codes and
bully.
stuff, are they in their like their links that are in their
Some
forearm? Like,
corporal.
is it built into their hard uniform, that their armor, or like how is this stuff stored?
it's an actual card.
Yeah,
Okay, it's actual card.
Like it's an actual like data like a data card.
on a data pad.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like the Imperials use code. That's what the Imperials If you
Yeah,
remember, like
actual
in
hard
in
card.
just
The little, like,
the
pens things they
cylinders
have.
on an Imperial officer uniform, those are
Yeah,
code
yeah, yeah.
cylinders. Yeah.
Okay.
It's similar to that.
All right.
I was gonna say
Um,
maybe they don't have them on them in person, but they probably would.
Before we start doing murders, We could. I think we should actually try and go back to the rec room, and then try again in there. Go up to a sergeant, say, "Hey, sorry, Fleet's an idiot. We could
Like I
even
said,
say something.
we don't.
Yeah. Yeah, we
we
were
can't
sent
bully
here.
a sergeant. Like I was gonna say, I could bully a corporal, or I can bully a
Yeah,
trooper.
let's see
Not
what we got.
everybody who works in the brig is a sergeant.
Yeah, let's see what we got in the rec room.
You
No,
head.
I agree with that. Before we start killing people.
You,
There'll be plenty of time for that.
If I kill someone, I'd like to look for a CSM clear and murder
Hopefully
him.
not.
With any luck, we're gonna bomb this. If all goes to plan, we're gonna set up a time bomb in the
Yeah,
ammo
did anyone
room.
get that sergeant's name? We're gonna leave it. We're gonna take a shit in his pillowcase.
you did not get his name.
His circuitry.
Oh, we didn't see his name. Fuck.
I think it was
No, you didn't ask.
target.
No,
Yeah,
I'm not a
see?
sergeant.
I thought you. I thought it said. I don't know why I thought you had name tags.
We don't have name tags. Yeah.
This isn't like a McDonald's.
Hello, my name is CT.
Hi, my name is CT147897.
But yeah, you guys make your way over to the rec room. It's kind of the same little bit of hodgepodge of different boys hanging out. Different ranks and title. Yeah, just different ranks. You do not see another sergeant in there, or anyone
What's
of
the highest rank we see?
the highest rank you see would be a. You just see a bunch of hodgepodge of troopers. You don't see anybody who really stands out that would be able to help you and assist you.
Yeah.
I guess our only
Alright.
alternative is to
Well,
Go
T,
for
do you
these
want to just
rooms.
like, you could just make like a broad announcement. Attention, all troopers in this room. We need someone to take us to here because we're on a special mission.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking as well. I was just gonna walk in there and be like, "Attention!"
yeah.
Pretty much.
I need a volunteer to escort us to the brig is of utmost importance to the fleet.
Go ahead,
Yeah.
team lead. Have fun.
Yeah, so I already said attention.
Everyone just kind of looks
So
up
I
at
get
you.
all the troopers to snap to attention.
They do not snap to attention. They just kind of look at you.
They have no fucks to give. We're doomed.
The nearest
No,
one,
That's
the,
fine. They're
the nearest one who's just kind of like sitting in like a little recliner, not recliner, but just like a nice cushy chair. Is like, who's reading a book, looks up. Can we help you, Corporal?
Yes, you can. Troopers. We're on a special assignment from the fleet.
Uh-huh. Aren't we all?
Sorry. My wife called me again.
You're good.
I feel like I'd want
Laughing
to
at
peek,
Tracer,
like,
you're-
go, like, I look at this
Special
guy and be
assignment
like,
from the fleet.
you can check the
You-
attitude.
Oh, Delgi, that's gross.
Yeah. We need to get. We need a trooper or a volunteer to take us down to the brig.
He kind of like looks around and everyone's just kind of like quizzically looking at you. None of us can do that. You have to have the clearance codes to get there. You should know that.
Troopers, we don't have all day.
I do.
Do we need
Yeah.
to? Do we need to contact your superior officers?
No, they throw in the bullshit
write this
about
report onto
how
command.
Fleet didn't give us the correct codes or whatever.
Yeah. We're here. I'm here because Fleet hasn't given us the correct codes.
Then why don't you talk to
Okay.
them?
Target, just before we dig ourselves further in a hole, we don't actually have the codes, do we?
No, you don't.
Are we just making a... Okay, thank
No,
God.
you
I was
actually don't. You
afraid
don't
that-
have the codes. Like, yeah, you guys had the codes the whole time. It was in that one trooper's pocket.
Yeah, you just didn't ask,
You didn't check the
dumbass.
pockets. No, you do not have the
like,
codes. You
yeah,
need the
Fleet should
codes.
have given that to you, and we check it, and like, oh shit, Fleet did. Oh, that's kind. That's nice for them.
Well,
Let's go
if
check these
co-
storage rooms and see if there's anyone working these storage rooms. Fucking
if
Yeah.
if
somebody.
Fleet didn't give you any codes, then maybe you can go dig through the dead troopers in the medical ward.
Well,
We're not desecrating our brothers' bodies.
I'd be like, I don't think they're gonna be helpful, Corporal. Maybe we'll talk to somebody else.
yeah. Yeah, we'll find
I'll start
someone
walking.
cool, and then walk out this asshole.
Simon keeps getting shittier and shittier.
We'll find someone. We'll get help from someone who isn't stinky. And like turn 180, like look back, then
Fucking walk.
raise your chin up and walk out, like sauntering.
And you vaguely hear, as you walk out, as you walk out, fucking corporals.
Oh my god. The rec room's for all ranks, though, right?
Yeah, anyone can get in there.
Okay. Okay.
He's just you get the sense that
just-
he's just
yeah,
upset because
Judging
he's
you
just like
for, like, yelling at
someone
a
who's like barely a rank above me is trying to sling a little bit more than he's got, trying to get people to do his bidding.
If you only have these uniforms, you can't help it. If I had more, I would have more. Right? I mean, it's literally. I mean, the only option we have is to, find somebody alone of rank and murder them at this point.
Alright, I think if we can check storage, come up with some vague lie about why we're in there if we're caught.
Or we see if we can hack into fire a terminal to hack into to actually download these codes somehow. I don't know if that's a possibility, but
Target, can you check?
Shit, we could just try and hack the elevators.
What was that, Tracer?
Can you check your Steam?
You're good to join.
Okay, cool. Any info I need to know apart from we're infiltrating someplace for some reason?
We are
guess we'll
infiltrating
let 'em
the
know.
Pride of Monkey Kind so that we can take back some random prisoner.
an admiral.
Yeah, some admiral.
If we
admiral
can't
dick
extract
fuck or
him,
whatever, who cares?
if we can't extract him, we're going to assassinate him and try to wipe any information they may have already gleaned from him, and then do whatever damage we can.
If we can't
if
extract
we
him,
can't
there's
get
an
out.
there's a room labeled ordnance, and I
Yeah,
think
we're-
plan B is pretty obvious from there.
Oh wait, wait, hold up, wait, are we droids or are we clones?
Yes, we are
No,
being
we're
Commandos.
commandos.
dressed as
commandos.
clones.
Yeah, we're
Hey.
commandos dressed as clones. We have all clone gear.
Oh, so are we just all regular CTs
No
and
water.
T's a corporal?
Yeah,
You want water?
Yeah.
We don't
yeah,
need
that's
beer.
the uniforms we have. Our uniforms have no color, no
Wow.
affiliation to a unit, so we're just all white.
No, there's no medic uniform.
No,
Damn.
Do we
we just
have a
had
medic?
regular troopers and.
Do we have
Target? Do we have a medic uniform?
Can I run medic?
He gets plus. Whenever he goes in the
Trace-
back and
Can Tracer run medic?
Tracer could run medic if he wanted to.
I will run squad medic. Let's go.
Okay, well technically it's a team medic. There's only 4 of you, so.
I will run team medic.
Okay. All right, so you have a medical uniform.
So
Alright.
now we could go to storage and be like, hey, we're here because we're needing.
We need
a-
more medical supplies.
Boom.
Alright. Give me
Easy
one
line.
second.
Cool.
Yeah, go there and see if anyone's in there. See if they're like a corporal or sergeant, we just like just close the door and literally like there's no more talking. Let's just murder the person, hide the body, fucking let's go.
Yeah, there's 4 of us, 1 of him. We get bonuses when we're working together.
Oh yeah. Look, so I guess we go to one of the storages, poke our head in to see if anyone's in there.
Okay. So you guys make your way to the storage room.
It got wet from the drive.
Yep.
Okay. Let's see. I'm double checking something. Okay. All right. Okay. As you guys start walking to the storage, you get to the crossway, and to your right, you see medical personnel with a stretcher pushing in quickly. A trooper or somebody of some sort. He's not in. From what you could quickly tell, he's not in trooper gear. And it doesn't look like he's wearing Under Armour gear either. And they are pushing him quickly into the medical room. Yelling, make a hole, make a hole, make a hole.
He's going to this room?
He's going to this medical room right here.
Was he a clone?
For those of you who want to figure out who he is, go ahead and make a perception check.
All right, perception is +3.
Will somebody make the
Yeah, one of you can just make two dice rolls.
for me, because I can't.
All right, I'll make a roll and a second. First roll is says 18. Oh Christ, 18 plus 3. All right, 21.
Okay. Yeah, with that you can tell he
The
is
second would have been 7.
he is a clone trooper, and he is wearing a naval officer's uniform.
Question:
Oh,
how many medics
yeah, that's
are
definitely
around him? How many medics are around him?
There's currently
Grab me.
two. There's currently 2 medics
Yeah.
with him right now, and they are pushing him into they are just getting into the room.
We could go in and just pretend to
Tracer.
help.
I would
Yeah,
immediately.
Tracer. Go in, follow,
speak.
and see if you can steal his stuff.
I would immediately.
Let
I
him-
would
let him
immediately
finish.
fall-
Let him finish.
I would immediately fall in step behind the medics and offer and just turn to the first one and just ask, "How can I help? Where do you need help?"
Okay. As you walk into the room, it is just a quick blur of medics and surgeons going in, cutting up the guy's clothes. As they reveal his torso, you just notice a giant bruise just all across the front of his body. The head medical personnel says, "What happened?" And they go, and they say, there was a mishap with an ordnance truck and him. They both tried to avoid each other. The ordnance trolley. What's the thing that helps? Cart? Yeah, the ordnance cart went to swerve out of the way. The officer wasn't paying attention. One of the missiles snapped, fell off, and went in and landed on him. And so he is, from what you can tell, suffering from blunt force trauma to his entire body. And so they are just trying to get him stripped. They're taking his clothes off, tossing him on the floor. And they're moving him to the Bacta, or wherever they move him.
I would grab his clothes and say, "I'll go grab another set for him because these are trashed," and then turn to exit.
I'm gonna say make a sleight of hand check with advantage.
Why don't you just
Oh fuck!
don't say? I was gonna say don't say anything.
Yeah, just sort of
Just-
like it, but oh well.
Just
Which
grab them, and then if they ask you,
Just grab both, throw them
then
both,
you
pick the
can say what
highest
you're
of the
doing.
2. Can be dexterity. So 15
15
plus,
plus.
whatever your slave hand is.
Okay. You are able
18.
to.
This is 3, so that's an 18.
Yeah, you, for whether it be the fact that everyone's just busy trying to get this officer stable and
Generally, I just managed to get
Um,
away without being questioned.
whether it be the fact that everyone's looking away, the fact that you're in a clone medical uniform, no one seems to notice that you just picked up and walked away with an officer's uniform. That is, it is cut up, or it's not really cut up, but like it is cut through. But you do have in your possession the officer's uniform.
So I would
Literally
immediately-
poggers.
I would immediately take it.
Naval
regroup
officer's
with
uniform,
the
I should say.
I'd immediately group up with the rest of the fire team, and begin rummaging through the pockets to see if there's anything left in them of importance.
Okay.
Well, don't rummage through the pockets when we're in front of everybody. Like,
yeah.
we're out of
Let's
the room, right?
let's move to the storage room under the
Give it
guise
empty.
of getting him more stuff, and then rummage.
And I'll make
I mean,
I'll
I
make
would
hand
say-
gestures for everybody to kind of form up around you, so that way people can't obviously see you with the stuff.
Are we able to communicate with each other like with our inbuilt radios and shit?
I would recommend.
Can we talk
don't,
to each other
because
without anyone overhearing us?
I would just say well.
I think you still have to. I think you still have to talk. I don't know. Well, no.
Yeah.
I guess.
That's why I've been making hand gestures.
I think BX. No, I'm gonna say for sake of gameplay, you just talk. I don't think you guys communicate telepathically.
No, we would probably know like hand gestures for like
You would
formation
understand what he knows.
so-
You
no,
would
hand
you would
gestures
you
on
would have a good
communication.
understanding of what the other
Hand
one's trying to
gestures.
communicate with, but you
Yeah.
wouldn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd still have to
So-
either make some hand motions or
Alright.
something. You still have some sort
So
of
hand gestures,
communication.
form up, move to storage.
yes.
Yes. So on the way to storage, I would begin rummaging, slightly rummaging through the pockets, feeling for anything important, or just as if I was emptying it to then put it with the new uniform when we get it.
Is there a trash chute in the storage room?
We just done two different things. Which
There. Would there be a trash chute in the storage room? That's a good question. I mean, I'm the DM. I know exactly what's in the storage room.
Yeah.
I wrote every
Yeah.
inch
Is
of
there-
this place down. No, but you could
Oh,
probably find a
obviously.
place to toss it.
We could stash
Yeah.
behind something.
I mean, but then just go to the storage.
But yeah, you're gonna.
I mean,
you-
wherever. I just don't want anyone. I think there is an obviously disconcerting element to seeing the torn up officer's uniform with no explanation.
Mhm.
But if we put it in the trash, then it'll be fine. Like, I'm not even talking like a cool fancy garbage chute. Is there a trash can?
Wizard, why don't we just go into
There's no
storage?
trash can. No.
Why don't we just go into storage, rummage through the pockets, get a fresh uniform, because I'm a medical clone. I'm a medical clone with a bundled uniform with a guy who's just been wheeled in next to the storage. They probably heard the commotion. So
Not fair enough.
I'd like
And
why
just
don't-
just
why
like
don't we
pop your head
go-
into medical, drop the new uniform in there, and then we bounce as fast as we can. Because literally, the thing is, by the time they find that torn up uniform, if you hide it well enough, by the time they find it, we should be gone.
No, just
like,
make
off
it
the ship.
storage. Make it storage's problem.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. Take it to storage, hide it somewhere in there.
No.
What,
He's
the
not even saying
uniform?
hide it. Just
Is it-
leave
is
it
it-
there.
Oh,
Is there a guy
like as though it was
in
just a
storage?
replacement.
Is there
Yeah.
a guy in storage? Is there like a quartermaster?
So as you enter storage, someone else is coming out. You have that awkward moment of he's like, oh, sorry, and like he kind of like scoots out of your way real quick as you guys walk in. There's a couple troopers in here. They're gathering what looks to be different things, whether it be pillows, blankets, any of the normal like random small little essentials that you need that you maybe need to change out. And you look to your right, and there does look to be somebody who's keeping track of what people are taking and what they're bringing back and stuff like that.
I would approach him with the uniform and say, and then politely ask him for a spare uniform, seeing as this one has just come in and is wrecked to pieces.
Okay.
Fairly simple. I'm going to roll, aren't I?
He looks at you, looks at the uniform, and goes, "You're not an officer, are you?"
Negative, I'm coming here on behalf of the officer whose uniform it is, as he has just been wheeled into medical with a heavy amount of wounds, and then I would reiterate the wounds he had because I can't remember. Blunt force trauma. There we go. Sorry, it's 3 a.m. I'm trying to do this.
He got bonked with the no hammer.
He got hit with a shell. He's currently just recovering. I would like to get him a new uniform so he can be looking prime and smart for when he's fully recovered.
You mean the guy that just went through?
Yes.
Well, considering he just had his injuries, it's going to probably be a while, and from what I was told by the last trooper who just left about what happened, he's going to be in there a bit, so I'm not going to give you a new uniform.
Is there any chance that we, is it like, I'm just asking because I'm a fairly fresh transfer over here. So when would it be the appropriate time to get the uniform?
When he's being checked out of medical.
Okay, you do it that way.
Yeah, we tend not to give troopers their battle uniforms or their officer uniform when they can't wear it.
Okay, you do it that way. I would say, nodding my head. I would then move to take the uniform. Bleh. I would then move away to the other side of the room, looking towards the medical supply section, and sort of indicate for the rest of the group to follow me.
And we follow.
All right. You follow along, still holding the cut up clothes.
I would look through sort of some of the medical stuff, checking in my bag as if I was getting fresh stuff or looking to get some fresh stuff, and just making sure I had a head count of what I had, whilst relaying to the rest of the team in a whisper what's just happened, and then I would leave that there at the moment and let somebody else.
Is there a disposal way we can dispose of these dirty, contaminated clothing of this officer so we can get his personal effects back to him?
Oh.
Who are you asking?
Like, to the group, I would guess say, do we want to ask that? Do we want to figure out what we do? Because we all walk around these fucked up clothes.
Let's ask.
He's got to have a disposal system,
ask
and then we
that
can.
Of the, we'll ask the quartermaster, where should we put these then? Because there's no reason to have a bunch of torn up clothes taking up space in medical.
I would nod, and then I would also hand to Wizard two English, not my thing today. I would hand to Wizard 2 sticks of morphine and some bandages on the down low, before picking some up off the shelf and taking them over to the quartermaster. And then I would say to the quartermaster, is there any chance I could hand you this uniform in, take his personal effects, take them back to him? At the same time, I'd like to check out these, due to fucking English today, man. I'd like to check out these drugs, because I am needing them to replace some gear I lost in my kit. gear I would use.
So just so you're aware, all
Yeah.
the actual drugs and bandages you would have to grab from medical themselves. The only thing that's in the storage is like Tylenol, condoms, any over-the-counter thing that you would normally find.
Mail clones, fucking mail clones.
Look, man, sometimes you get leave.
Man.
Sometimes you get leave.
so
You bring that Twi'lek back to the barracks.
Instead of grabbing that, I would just hand over the uniform, and
Just
ask
hand
if-
over the uniform, make sure that you've taken all the goodies out of it, and let's skedaddle.
Yes,
Why are you
back.
handing this uniform to me? Just throw it in the dump in the medical bin. That's where you guys always put it.
As I previously mentioned, I come from a different place. I'm still not used to the customs here. Orientation was not the correct orientation procedure was not followed, evidently.
You're a combat
I'll
medic,
bring
aren't
it
you?
up. Yeah.
Right. Just put the uniform in the medical bin in the bin in medical. They'll take care of it.
I'd nod before thanking him and then moving out the way back into the corridor.
Were you? Did you grab?
You get the stuff?
Did you grab Did you grab any over-the-counter medication? While you were there, or no? You didn't.
No.
Okay. Making sure.
You did get
I
his
haven't
data
em-
card, right?
I haven't emptied it yet.
He hasn't looked.
We're still carrying around a bundle of
he's just been holding around this bundle of clothes.
All right, let's do that quickly then, maybe.
Yes,
Yeah.
I would.
People
I
are
would now
walking through this
quickly-
hallway.
I would now, whilst we walk back towards medical, check the pockets.
before we go inside.
Okay. Make
As soon as
an
someone sees you walk in, they're gonna be fucking wanting all you have.
Yeah.
make an investigation check.
Oh God, what the fuck is that one?
I think it's intelligence.
It's either intelligence or
I thought it was
wisdom.
Wait, no, not
It's different.
Doesn't even matter.
Okay. Because you do not have any feeling in your hands, because you are also wearing gloves of a trooper and its armor, you really
And no
don't know
robots.
what anything feels like, honestly. You're just kind of like grabbing at it. You're trying to like feel things. You don't feel anything in any of the pockets or anything that would be of what you're looking for.
Tracer just turned the pockets inside out. Come on.
I just like tap on all parts of the fabric and just be like, do I hear anything that's like suddenly like
Make
I
an
would-
investigation
I would-
check.
like
Use your cool robot X-ray vision. Come on. We're looking for a dude's wallet. It
oh
should be
my
not
god,
hard.
it was almost a 20. It fucking rolled over.
I would,
What a
at this
bitch.
point, once he's tapped it a few times, I would just fucking.
You're
fuck.
you're
Oh my
also
God.
you're also tapping
Fuck
it.
off,
Look at that,
wizard.
yeah, it's a 20.
Fuck off,
Great.
wizard, you piece of shit.
Yeah.
Just fucking spins it in the air, lands on a 20.
You're also tapping it. You're both trying to like feel it real quick. You're not finding anything in there. It seems like his pockets are empty. Save some chapstick. You find some chapstick
Jesus
I would-
Christ.
at this point, I would.
and a condom. You do find a condom.
Oh, this
Oh.
guy looking trying to get lucky on the flight deck.
At this point, I would slowly begin turning the pockets inside out just to fucking like triple check, make sure there's nothing left in them anyway.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Make another investigation check.
Triple check, and also while you're looking for that, look to see if he
Fuck off,
has
fuck off.
a.
You still find nothing.
name.
There is nothing in here. You're getting the.
Is
you're
there
getting the
is there a name on
sense-
this?
Yeah, is there a name on it?
There's not a name, but
I would at this point. I
give
would,
me 1 second. I need to double check something.
Target is now desperately trying to come up with a backup plan for giving us these
Yeah.
fucking codes.
Okay, no, it's not the.
Watch
it's not
this
the
fucking
same.
pad be on the counter in medical because they empty his clothes before they cut off his clothing.
Okay, it's not the same as what I was thinking of. Okay, nope. You don't find it in any of his pockets or anything.
So, we'd go back into medical. I would take a quick look around, double check if there are any personal effects of the officer in medical, and then just shove the clothes in the bin. trying to keep it subtle and keep it out of sight of the hustle and bustle going on.
You're trying to sneak it back in.
Sneak it back into the
We
bin.
do have
You're
a,
trying
like,
to
a
quote unquote
+5
sneak a
to
girlfriend
stealth.
back home.
Well, I mean, but
You
you
know
think
where
the
else we can
chapstick-
take it.
What do you think the chapstick and condom are for?
Seduce. I roll to seduce.
The BX commando droid rolls
no
for
one's.
seduction.
You kind of. Are you just? How are you walking in there with it?
I'm just walking in like normally, fairly normally, just trying to keep out of eyesight of people, and then just
So
get it into the bin.
Are you like trying to like do the thing where like you're using your body to like kind of keep it hidden a little bit without like trying to make it obvious?
Yes.
Are you
Okay.
whistling indiscreetly too? That's very useful.
Oh, I'm
It
gonna
sounds
have
like
to
white
roll it. I'm
noise,
gonna have to roll a stealth, aren't I?
I was gonna have
what's
make a. I was
going
gonna
on?
have
The
make
listening, like,
a
half of
musician. Is it a music check? What's the
Performance.
performance check? I was gonna make
Performance,
if you're whistling, make a performance check just for fun.
How good is your? How good are you at whistling?
What? Wait. So what fucking one is that under?
It's a D20 plus your charisma.
Oh, fuck.
-1.
Oh, fuck. roll.
A 19.
Oh, that's what we want to waste our high roll on? Are you fucking kidding me?
Okay,
Not
technically it's an
investigation.
18. Apparently your BX Commando has a whistle file embedded in it, a whistle wave file. So
God.
no one pays you any attention. You do see the bin that you kind of just noticed just a bunch of garments have gone to from past troopers. You kind of toss it in there real quick.
I would, whilst tossing it in, I would take a quick look inside the bin for any personal effects that may or may not be still in people, just like poking out of garments.
You don't make an investigation check.
God damn it.
I imagine they wouldn't have them in the garbage. They'd probably, because those are probably important things. They'd probably have a.
I have no clue
Specific
what
says-
fucking-
Yeah,
what
you don't find anything in there that's of any worth. You think it'd be kind of dumb in case someone threw away a gun.
Cards,
I
wouldn't
I
his
would.
cards be in like his clothes because they ripped them off hastily?
Yeah,
Did
we
you, like,
what
search
a
through his
you know
clothes?
what a thought.
Yeah.
But 3 rolls of like 7, 6, and 2 would prove otherwise.
Just look on
Yeah,
the
we
counters.
clarified.
See if there's anything on the counters
Oh,
there
I
that they
would-
would put on,
yes.
and they, like near where he was, they were cutting his body off. Maybe there's some kind of trays
Yeah.
they stuck things in really quickly that were important.
I would take a look at the fucking trays nearby them. See if there's any personal effects near the guy.
Not near him. He's been moved
Would
into
you look into the fucking
black
lab
medical
before?
room for like surgery and stuff like that, and getting prepped for the back to tank. You kind of look at the counter of like some other things. Most of the things on the counter just seem to be medical stuff, but you do notice on the side wall to your right, so this southern wall, does have some lockers that it looks like that they have some trooper names on there. It looks like this is, from what you can tell, it's either the troopers of the medics or it's probably where they store any personal belongings that the troopers who are currently in surgery are having. It's just right there.
You have to try and break into that thing, hack it, or just kill everyone in here.
It might not even be locked.
It might not
How
be.
many- I would.
Let's try and
I would-
avoid super murder.
Murder will be the last choice, but it's definitely not
Yeah.
off
I
the
would-
table.
I would walk over to the location. It looks like it's housing all
Yeah,
the
we can't
personal
take murder
effects.
back. We need to not
Hmm?
do
I-
murder for as long as possible.
I would walk over to where that locker is with what looks to be the personal effects, and see if it's just unlocked.
There's
Sort of like-
there's multiple lockers. You do notice that there is a little keypad on them, and you can kind of look. Some of them have a little red light, some of them have a little green light, some of them a little blue. You get the gist that they're locked.
They'll be locked. I'd indicate to the guys and just suggest we pull back to the main corridor for now.
We
Try
have literally
501.
know what this is the only way we. Yeah. 501.
501
let's do those.
ST quickly.
Yes. Unless it's Target's way of typing in the password. This is 501.
No, that's what I said. Just try 501.
Tries 501.
Fuck this
Loaded.
year, we're so screwed.
Loaded.
you,
Incredible.
you know that fucking Moist made that fucking code for that locker.
I
It kind of
would-
pops open a little bit, not too much, just enough to
I would
show you it's open.
I would gently open it a bit further, try and get a look in, see what the hell is actually in there.
Did the code work?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Go.
Nice.
Go.
You do a quick little look, a little glance to see if you see anything without making it obvious that that's what you're doing. You try to make it obvious that that's not what you're doing. You don't see too much. There's a couple troopers' helmets. There's some breastplate that's in there too. Like things that are like custom that the troopers have customized. As best they can. It looks like they try and save what they can. That they've done it, but without letting it get in the way. You do notice that some of the what's it called, the whatever it's used to keep it attached to them has been kind of cut a little bit. I'm probably saying this wrong because I think it actually
The straps.
I think it's actually, isn't it a one piece? Is our uniform multiple layers or is it one piece? I feel like it's like
multiple
a onesie.
layers.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a one-piece like under bodysuit, and then
With
multiple
multiple
armor
layers.
pieces.
Okay. Yeah.
attached
Yeah.
to
It looks like they try to take off most of the armor and save it as best they can. So you see, I said some helmets. You see one helmet, different, some of the what's left of the uniform that they were able to save, but nothing else too out of the ordinary.
I would quickly just pat down the pocket, seeing if there's anything in them.
There's no pockets. It's just the armor and the helmet.
Alright.
So this guy, we've gone through his clothing. There's no data pad that we've found.
You went
there.
through somebody's the clothing, yeah, and then you just went through somebody else's uniform.
God damn it! I'm not having any luck. I would gently nudge the locker close again.
Make a sleight of
Son of a
hand check
bitch.
for me.
Oh, for fuck's sake! You know, I'm gonna roll the purple dice.
Let's see if you did this.
Watch me get like a nat one.
Ooh, what is that? This is
Oh,
an
no,
8. 8 plus your dex.
I mean, no, it's a 20. Wow, crazy. How did
Get out of here! Get out of here!
Crazy.
8
How did you
plus.
pull that off?
It's an 11. It's
11?
An
Okay.
11.
There's a little bit of a loud, odd click. Everyone kind of looks up, or some people look up at you, and they just kind of go back to the business. You just made a little bit of a loud noise. They assume that you think they assume that you just bumped into it.
I would then just signal we should probably get the fuck out of Dodge.
All right. All right. I think that we've.
As you start walking
Yeah,
out,
let's go.
Some crack because of
the
rain or whatever.
the head medical
It
officer
feels kind of wet.
walks up to one of the assistants and is like, "Hey,
Do you want to move the
have you
box around?
seen that officer's clothing?" And they're like, "Oh," and they kind of look around. He's like, "Oh, I didn't
We can go.
grab it." Hold on, let me go. And he gets up, walks past you guys, goes to the bin, and he pulls it and goes, "Oh, somebody already put it in here for us." He's like, "Oh, hey, can you check to see if the pad's in there?"
It's bedtime, guys.
Pads in there. I'm gonna scream.
And the guy looks through it and is like, "No, it's I don't see a data pad." And he's like, "Okay. Can you go to where he got injured and see if like maybe it got
You had
tossed on the
before
ground
you
somewhere over there?"
Yeah, we're not leaving
like-
it here.
Yeah, I'll go check. Thank you. And then the assistant walks off to
Follow
the,
that guy.
to the
You get
goes
to
to walk off to
Follow
where it
that
was.
guy, and then we'll follow that guy and quietly thank our god target for giving us such an easy way out after failing everything else.
Our rolls have not been good.
No.
All right.
This is
So
booked a
you
position for
guys
Monday.
follow at, I assume, a casual distance. Casual distance.
Casual distance, striking up a bit of a random conversation, just so it's like four
That's
buddies
not what we
walking
back
along.
today.
You walk in, and you can see kind of where the where it happened. It happened about right in here somewhere. Somewhere in this area, right next to the door. He wasn't paying attention. Got a little
Got fucking whacked.
got whacked. You can kind of see. You kind of figure out this is where it happened because there's some skid marks on the ground from where the cart tried to dodge. If you look kind of you see the skid marks on the ground from the car or the trolley or whatever. The cart. And so maybe, hopefully, somewhere around here,
All right.
you can find a data pad or the
Let us
access codes,
all
ID code, whatever.
let us all start looking for it, and if we find it, we just leave and leave this poor bastard to be confused as to where it went.
Everyone make an investigation check. Someone roll for T.
I got a 15.
Alright, I'll roll for
but
myself
I
and
don't
T.
know.
Somebody who's been
That's
rolling
good.
well roll for
15.
me.
All right, I have a 4. This one's for T.
Nope. But somebody,
Alright.
he just said somebody else who's been rolling well.
Okay, I'll roll it. I'll roll it because I got 15 just now.
15. Okay.
It's an investigation.
You're making an investigation
Another
check.
2 15s. Let's go.
God damn. All right.
15 plus your
I don't know if
is investigation
Investigation is
or wisdom?
intelligence. Yeah, it's intelligence.
2 17s.
Okay,
Me
17.
and T both got 17.
I got 15.
You got 15.
You got 4.
Yeah.
You got 4.
Yeah. I don't think I found
Wizard, your BX commando is looking at the ceiling. He's trying to find he's like surely somewhere, somewhere it's
I mean,
here.
you never know. It
would've-
could have hit him hard and then gone up in the sky. You guys would be real. You guys would have a bunch of egg on your face if I find it.
I don't know what
both,
wizard that could be the one that finds it.
both Tracer and T, you guys look around a little bit, and both of you at the same time notice something just slightly under the landing pad of the under the landing pad, like kind of because the pad sticks up a little bit, just sticking out just slightly enough for you to notice. Bones, you also notice just a little bit after they do.
Okay.
I would casually sort of wander over,
Okay.
almost like studying, like looking like I'm studying the surroundings, just seeing what the fuck happened.
Okay.
Hey, can I see if the medical guy clocks it as well, or if he's anywhere near looking for it?
You watched the medical guy. He doesn't
Close?
see it, but
Okay.
he is right on top of it.
So I'm gonna try and interpose my body or somehow like, you know, actually bump into him to distract him so he's not looking at. So when our guys go to grab it, he doesn't realize that it was there and they grabbed it. Like,
Yeah.
I can see that. I can see where it is. I can see my guys are moving for it, but I want to interpose and prevent him from noticing it, cause a distraction of some kind.
Well,
So
should we just like call him out? Because if we want, I could call him over and be like, "Hey, trooper, do you think that's it up there?" And point at some random
no,
like,
because
faraway spot in the ceiling.
we don't know he's looking for it.
No, you
like,
know
We
he's
do know
looking
he's
for
looking
it.
for it. He's
Yeah.
That's why he's here.
Yeah. Well, he doesn't know
no.
that we would know that. That's the
Yes,
thing is
that's
we
the
wouldn't
thing.
know that for any reason. So that's why I'm saying like
Uh,
if I just accidentally bump into him,
okay.
and he's gonna be
alright.
like, oh, sorry, man, didn't see you there, sorry. And then he's like, oh yeah, no problem. And that's like enough seconds for you just to grab it, scoop it up, you know, hide
Yeah.
it within your
Alright.
uniform, and just walk away.
Yeah, so I think that's a plan. If you do the bump in, I do the grab, I guess.
Yeah. What you or T
What
grab it, and then I'll just play it off like, oh, sorry, buddy. Just go brush him off and be like, you know, sorry to bother you. And then I'll make it look like I'm walking towards like our lat or something like that to talk to the crew or something like that. So it's just like I belong there. Like I bumped into him and I walked the same direction I just came from. You know what I mean? I make the trajectory make sense.
Yeah.
You bump into him and turn around completely.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I wouldn't make sense. But I'm thinking like I gotta have like a target on the opposite side of him that makes sense. So like wherever I go afterwards makes sense for having bumped into him.
Yeah.
Bump into him, tell him
Yeah,
that it must have
whoever.
just been the wind,
Yeah.
and walk away.
Okay. So Bones bumps into him. T, do you want to grab it or do you want me to grab it?
I'll grab it. I don't care, but somebody's got to roll for me. That's all.
Okay.
So T grabs it. Bones run distraction. I'm just kind of like chatting with Wizard at this point, making sure everything's actually happening.
Wizard is dead set on it. Is still in the ceiling.
Reminding
No, I know it's up
Wizard
there.
what planet he's not on.
Do you know how many times someone all those times that someone in like a gym kicks a ball and it just gets stuck in the rafters for years after?
Yes.
I bet that's what happened here.
How do you
That's
know what
my
a
guess.
gym is? Is your PX Commando pumping the iron out in base? What is he doing?
Yeah, because he
yeah.
thinks it's
He's
gonna
playing
make a difference,
dodgeball.
and
That's what his training was.
You can't tell him any different. He's never gonna understand. So you just go with it at this point.
Okay. Anyway.
Ever been to a
Alright, no,
space
okay.
Walmart and seen a
Do you need-
sad balloon stuck up in the ceiling like
Do you
that?
need a roll at all for that target for the bump, or is the bump
sorry.
just a bump?
No, you're gonna roll for the bump. Obviously, you're gonna
Okay,
make a.
Dexterity.
No, it's what's it? It's not. It would be a charisma. It's a charisma check. I can't think of the name of it. Performance.
Hey,
there it is. You're making
advanced
you're making a
somewhere,
performance check.
What check?
Okay.
A
That you
performance
can-
check? I've never heard of a performance check.
It's just a 12.
It's just a 12.
Yeah, 13 minus 1. So I don't think we get any bonuses.
Okay. So you. What's your guys' charisma?
It's only it's negative 1.
like
Negative 1?
7.
It's a -1 mod.
So
Yeah.
yeah, you get a 12. You walk past. You walk past him. Not walk past him.
You missed the bump.
No, you bump him. The bump you were going for, of it kind of being like oh, sorry, I didn't mean to.
Turns
You're
more
not
into a
used to the
shoulder
size of the
tackle.
uniform. It was a full-on
Shut it.
just like I don't like
Try
you in the
check.
locker room, kind of like
Oh,
hit in the
shit.
shoulder.
Oh,
He's like,
no.
and you're also kind of just like in the middle of a walkway. There's no reason
Yeah.
for you to have bumped into him. So he's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
hey man, what was that for? He
Oh,
does
I really mean to.
he does turn his body to
Yeah, yeah.
engage and talk to you.
Yeah.
So
I won't keep walking. I'll turn around and be like, oh, no, I'm really sorry. Are you okay? And I'll walk around, look him over, and it's kind of like, touch his arms, like, hey, are you okay? Or I'm really sorry. Like,
Uh-huh.
kind of play it off like it was a
T
mistake.
said he was going to be the one, and i.e. Tracer was going to roll whoever to grab the grab the thing. All right,
Yeah.
make a dexterity
Yeah.
check. See if you can grab it quickly.
Apologize to the guy that you bumped into. Offer him
15.
some chapstick
15?
or a condom.
You quickly walk behind
16.
him. You reach down. You go to grab it.
It's an 18, sorry, total.
18. Oh, 18. Oh yeah. You reach down. You grab it and you pick it up and you walk away.
Okay, so T, you just got it. So now we just leave Bones.
What
to
did I
us.
grab?
Yeah, leave me to my pain.
So you've got the data slate here.
You just got the data disk.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You have the codes. You do have the codes.
We can
Um,
get if we can get to the prisoner.
All right. So. Oh, okay, cool. Whatever. I'm done with that. Okay. So, you do have the codes, and the medic is he's like back to the thing with Bones. Hey man, what was that for?
I really didn't mean to, man. I was just, daydreaming. Sorry, I just wasn't even thinking. I'm really sorry.
I'll
Are you okay though?
Yeah, I'm good. Just watch where you're walking, okay? The officer that we just brought in, same thing was happening to him. So don't be mindful when you're walking past the ordnance cart. The ordnance.
I'll-
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, duly noted. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I'd walk over and sort of like.
He
act
goes
as
back
if I
to looking.
grab his ear and yell at him.
Pay attention, you lot. Oh shit.
All right.
Where
All right, then I'll try and find like a roundabout way to catch up to the rest of the group where
All right,
it's not.
you
too
guys are
obvious.
able to catch up pretty easily with one another.
Cool. All right,
Let's get the
boys.
fuck out of here.
We did it. To the elevator,
We
and
haven't even gotten the guy yet. Like the whole freaking mission, we can make it us just receiving this code cylinder.
We've got the code cylinder. Now we just go to the
Still-
elevator.
we still don't remember. We don't know which level the brig is on, do we?
No.
But with these codes, we'd probably have access to the computers to know which floor it's going to be on because we didn't have access because we didn't have the codes before. Like when we tried to find the
they
map.
told us.
No, we went to the
that
computer
trooper told us
initially.
that.
Did he tell us the floor?
Yeah.
Did he?
He like told us how to get there. He said just take the elevator down.
Well, he said take the elevator down, but he didn't say take it down to deck 2 or take it down to deck 7. He just said take the elevator.
Hey, question. Why don't we just go over to the elevator and just see if it's got fucking labels on it?
Question for Target to answer. Target,
I
did
guess
he tell
you're
us the floor or not?
He did not tell you the floor. He just said to get there, you'd take the elevators.
And we already looked at the elevators before, and we knew that it blocked us access to certain decks, but not all of them. But I don't recall the decks
Say
saying
what
what
was
they were.
on each deck.
The only decks that you saw specific names for were like all the barracks levels and stuff like that. So any place that every trooper could have access to normally, like any like of the like any of the normal like the open spaces that people could go hang out in, those are the only places you could see.
Can we just go over and just like?
There, by the way, there was a
See.
terminal also next to the elevators as well.
Yeah, we could use that terminal and just use his code.
Go there.
Yeah, go to the terminal next to the elevators,
Go
use
there,
his
figure
code
out
to
where
look at the
the-
map. Yeah, find out which floor it's on and get the hell in there.
Okay.
2
So-
hours in, and we're past the first puzzle of taking
Yeah.
the elevator.
2 hours in and we finally passed the first challenge.
We figured out how an elevator works. Typical.
That's how
Yeah.
one shots work, man.
efficiency.
One shots turn to 4 shots.
Okay, so you make it. You guys walk to the elevator. Are you using the elevator? Or are you going to use the terminal next to the elevator?
Check.
Terminal to figure out the floor.
Okay,
Figure out the floor. Yeah.
you use the terminal. You do find the floor thanks to now your access codes. It does allow you to find floors of level 3 and below, below.
Whichever way, doesn't matter.
3, 4, 5. You see levels 3, 4, 5 of data that you have access to. And so you do know what floor the detainment center is on, or detention center is on.
We also know what floor a communications hubs are on. Like anything that you use for shipwide communications, or is that like the
might be on
bridge?
bridge.
Are you talking about like to ship to ship?
Within the ship.
Intercom.
Oh, intercom.
intercom.
There's
Yeah.
intercoms on multiple levels.
Because I was just trying to think, like, when
Why
we
don't we
grab
go-
this dude, if it ends up going well, then we're good. But if it goes poorly, then there's gonna be alarms everywhere, and we're fucked. So
Yeah.
I'm thinking if there's
Oh.
a way for us to disrupt alarms or to disrupt reinforcements getting to us or
So-
whatever.
So how about this?
Does any one of us have like demolition charges? Can we like straight up go to the reactor?
There's
and
an
start
ordnance
planting
room.
fucking bombs?
There's an ordnance room. We could, depending on how many people are in there, we could try and rig a distraction inside of it.
Why are we thinking this? Why can't we just go say like
I-
we're from X ship?
Yeah.
Can we
Let's
transfer
just go along.
No, that's what I'm saying. Is
shouldn't
that's
be
the
that
plan is to
difficult.
get him and move him out. But if they don't want to release the prisoner because we don't actually have anything that has orders on it saying to release him, then
Yeah, we have.
and they don't want to.
Yeah, we have a false document.
Oh, we do. Oh, okay.
Whether or not
Okay, I
it
missed it,
works
Yeah, it's a whole other thing.
is the other thing.
All right, let's go try then.
Wait, what's
Okay.
the false document? What's the actual
It's a
details
transfer
involved?
order.
Is it what type of transfer order? Is it a medical transfer order or
No,
Basically,
no,
it's just
prisoner
our
transfer.
mission order. Yeah.
We're transferring the admiral from this
Yeah.
ship to another ship in the fleet, and that's the ruse to get him off the ship, and then we just fucking bounce
Dope.
down.
dope? Okay, so let's
Well,
just go
we are
then.
going to the fleet.
You're just
Yeah,
going
it's just
with
our
it.
fleet.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
yeah, we're gonna go to our fleet and deposit our admiral.
That way we
We're
that
actually
way we
the
never
most
have we
truthful.
never have to
So-
roll deception because we're never lying.
Well,
Yes,
I'm
we
just
got orders
omitting
from the
information.
fleet.
We've been telling the truth the entire time. We have orders from command, just not their command. We have,
So,
we are transferring.
They're all
to another-
half truths.
It's just
So-
not their ship.
No, I mean technically, if you even think about it, Palpatine is Darth Sidious. He was running both sides of the war, so our
So-
command is the same guy. So yeah,
You don't know that though.
so
well,
without
we might
breaking,
not, but it's still not true.
without
it is
breaking
true.
Clone Wars, law. Do we?
No, not
do we
even
wanna-
without breaking Clone Wars lore. We're just accidentally right.
But you don't know you're right. Therefore, you're technically
therefore-
lying.
No
Yes.
deception.
This is like the paradox of like every science argument ever. Of, I mean, technically it's right, but it's right until proven wrong, as well.
All right.
That means it's right all the time.
So do you guys get in the
If I
elevator and go
never
to the
prove
tent?
myself
Yeah.
wrong,
Okay.
I
Yeah,
know
let's
right.
go to
Yeah, let's
detention center.
go to the
You
brig.
get in the
I would
you
say
get in
I'm
there.
sorry.
You go to the detention center, which I have a
T on
map
point.
for. Let me go
T on
ahead.
point.
I can delete this. Well, you know what? I'm gonna leave this.
I would suggest we have
Good
T
call,
on
Nate,
point.
sorry.
I would
Yeah.
suggest we have T on point because he's the corporal.
Yeah.
Yeah, T will
Bones
be
and
on
Lizard-
point. Bones and I will be here to act as muscle, and Tracer, you're here to make sure that he doesn't somehow die in transit because
You
he's
know
a
he's a
high
droid.
value target.
But he's a droid. Like, would medics know anything about droid physiology and health?
No, I'm
Oh, it's a
just
droid
asking.
admiral? Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
No,
Isn't it?
Droid Admiral.
it's
I
a.
thought it was a
it's
T series.
Mm-mm.
No.
Oh, I thought it was a T series.
Uh-uh.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. I'm,
All right.
I'm
Yeah.
here to
So
make
it's a
sure-
guy.
makes more
so
sense then.
Tracer's there to make sure he doesn't have a heart attack.
Yep. Make sure he's been healthy the
Okay.
whole time.
Sorry. This
Make
one's.
sure he doesn't die from cringe.
This
I don't
one's
know.
not. This one's not marked, but detention hallway.
Yeah.
Security. The security room. You know, normal security room.
We've all seen
your
episode
elevators.
4. We know what's going
Interrogation
on.
room. All right.
We've seen episode 4. We know how this layout works.
Yeah.
So you
Threats.
guys.
What?
Threats.
I mean,
Excuse me.
Is that a
we-
threat?
by the
No, it's
way,
multiple.
So I think it goes without saying, but we don't let the Admiral know that we're droids at all.
No.
Yeah.
No.
so I would.
Not until
suggest-
we're off the ship.
I would suggest.
Like,
No, not even
the
then.
point that
We
we're
never
droids
tell
as
him
well.
that we're droids.
Okay.
I would suggest we just exit the elevator fairly sort of normally.
Yep.
Me,
I just
Bones,
wanted
and
to
Wizard.
point that out so somebody didn't say like, it's all right, Admiral. We're here to rescue you, and he'd be like, "What?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're
Me-
not fucking." we're
No,
not
this
saying
is
that.
this is prisoner transfer only.
Bones. T takes point with Bones on his right, and then me and Wizard are in the back. We all shut the fuck up and let T do the talking.
Yep.
In character,
Exactly.
because T
Get
is
the
ranked
guy-
corporal.
Avoid
guy-
the urge to whisper "Hail Hydra" in his ear.
So
That's the last
so-
thing we do when things go to shit.
Okay.
No, we
Tongue-
say
tongue
Hail
his
Hydra.
earlobes.
Gross.
So then I guess we just enter security and.
Yep. And then just lie and hope that our -1 charisma doesn't fuck us over.
All right, you guys. The elevator comes to your floor. You get out. You turn to your whatever way left. I would have assumed left. I would have thought you went on the top one. So you turn. You
This
walk
way.
to the security. There are 2 security officers in the room. One of them looks up. And he goes, "Hello, can we help you?"
Yep. So I'll tell him, yes, you can. Special orders from command. Prisoner transfer up to the fleet so we can extract him before things get ugly up there.
And who would him be?
Admiral, and I'll butcher his name on purpose. Such and such. The scummy separatist.
You would know it's Delgi Nir. You would know his name.
I would know, but I'm gonna butcher his name on purpose.
Admiral Dunkin' Donuts.
Admiral. The
I
Admiral.
believe-
Oh,
Yeah.
well, he's not here. He got transferred downstairs. Did
Oh, for
they
God's sake.
not tell you?
No, you know how the command. Leave it to command to screw up again. No,
I guess that's fair. Technically, it probably wasn't your command's fault. It was ours by order of Legia. He got moved to what's called the bigness cage.
Oh, for love of God.
Oh, wait.
There's
Oh, wait.
Roxanne wolves everywhere.
No, wait. We're actually. Wait, does this actually affect campaign target?
Yes.
Yes.
That's why we're doing this.
Yeah.
I didn't
This
read
is
that.
canon.
Yeah.
This is literally why we're doing this, is to fuck with them a little bit and have fun.
Okay, cool.
I am curious who was the poor bastard that got hit with the artillery shell.
Alistar.
No, Duncan. That's what Duncan.
No, that's just a naval officer
A
on deck.
rando.
No,
That's why I was saying I wanted to find Klinger and murder him.
It's Cascoon.
He's on ground, so I can't even do that.
It's Cascoon. It's why Cascoon's taking
Didn't he already
extended
die?
leave from the unit.
No.
Who died in the fleet battles? Anyone?
Fleet battle doesn't matter.
Oh, I thought they actually counted as deaths for them.
It doesn't count
No,
towards
he-
pilots' deaths. It just counts towards their assets.
Oh, okay.
But technically,
so it's
Cascoon's
Anyway,
quote unquote
anyways,
pilot,
back on topic.
Cascoon did
They
die.
took
in
them.
naval.
They took him to the
Okay.
bigness cage.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, sorry. So if you go back down the elevator, you're gonna find it in Avalanche 3-3's barracks. And he kind of draws, and he kind of points out
Sweet fucking Jesus Christ.
on the map, to exactly
Squad is still cancer.
to where it's at. And you guys know where to go. It's like, is there anything?
Wow.
Is there anybody else that you need to grab, or just him?
Just him today.
Okay. All right. Well, if you head on
Was
down
it the
there.
same level we were on?
Yes.
No, further.
No fucking way.
Wait, which sergeant did we talk to out of Ava 3 then?
You didn't talk to any sergeants from Ava 3.
Loki's the
Some
only
random
one.
sergeant. Who was the sergeant
Yeah.
we got yelled at by?
You don't know.
We didn't ask.
We will never know. All right,
Can
cool.
we
Alright.
figure out after this target?
What?
Did you actually know which character it was?
Yeah.
From...
I have names.
Okay,
Okay,
tell us
can you
later
tell-
then.
can you
Yeah,
tell-
yeah.
Tell us
afterwards,
after
it'll be fun.
this.
All right, let's go back down.
All right.
Back
so,
then.
Back to the elevator.
So is it literally the floor we were just fucking on?
yes,
Yep.
it's back to the floor you just were at.
Oh my lord. I see all
So,
these words.
So you go back down the elevator, and you go to Avalanche 3-3's barracks.
My
Perfect.
board now. Okay, so we
Um,
walk in.
Okay,
Same formation as last time.
so you walk in.
Wait, do we have guns on? We have guns.
Oh,
on
yeah.
us,
Yeah,
right?
you have
We have
DC-58s,
Yeah, we have Crossfire.
S's, Z6s if you wanted it.
I
You
would
have
suggest.
what you have.
I would suggest we have at least we have whatever guns Bones and Wizard and I'm carrying drawn. He doesn't have his drawn.
Yeah.
he has
Oh,
his
yeah, no,
pistol.
They're always the
Yeah,
low carry.
Our guns have been like we've been low carrying them the entire time,
Yeah.
just to give us an air of like on mission.
Official,
We're here to
yeah.
we're not here to fuck around. We're here to do a thing.
Yeah,
I
so
would
then we
say-
can send T in the room with one other person. Everyone else can stand outside their backs to the
Yeah.
doors. They're like, still on official duty, providing security for the prisoner and
I
all
would
that.
suggest it would look best if the two troopers did the door to the back. room.
Yeah, medical
okay,
and CP should go in. I would say.
Yeah, Bones and I'll be on door.
So me and T enter.
Yeah,
the
and then you
Ava
can
3
check the
through
prisoner
fucking
before we
barracks.
leave.
Okay, so we enter the barracks.
You
Me and
enter
T
the
enter barracks.
barracks. You enter Avalanche 3-3's barracks.
Does it smell horrible? I feel like it would.
If
Yeah.
you're a droid, you
don't
have no
have
sense of
smell.
smell.
I don't have anything to know like what the
Well,
environment's like.
we can tell that there are high levels of methane and ammonia in the
Um,
area.
So
And coke
before
spillage.
you, in the room, you do see 4 other security guards, who are in there, and in the very back of the room, you do see the admiral surrounded by a bunch of Roxanne Wolf memorabilia,
Fucking
photos,
Christ.
and everything else. He's held in there by the ray shield from episode 3 that like gets him while they're running down the hall. It's that. It's that's in there.
Wait, wouldn't this also be technically under Bark's medical office, not Ava 33?
Well, the
If
biggest
we're
case
gonna keep-
originated.
It
within
originated from there,
3-3.
so it's in there.
We moved it from 3-3 to Bark's office, but it originated there.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's where that's where it's at.
guess-
Otherwise, because I don't think Klinger and the rest of the gang's gonna want the Roxanne Wolf and all that stuff in their
No, they
in
wouldn't
their
cover that.
office, because they all share the same barracks. All of
Okay,
Command does.
So I guess we enter the fucking. I guess me and T walk closer.
Yep.
And one of the security guys looks up, says, "Can we help you?"
Yes, indeed, you can.
The
We are
medics?
here on. I think I'm gonna talk. I don't know if T is here. T is a mutant.
Okay. Go
He
ahead.
is
Oh,
it.
there you go.
Is T here? I
He
can't hear
unmuted,
T.
and then
He-
yeah.
We reach out to you from the great beyond. Can you hear us? Give
Oh.
us a sign.
He might have. Oh, there.
Oh,
Hello.
Hello.
There you go.
Yeah. No, sorry. I'm here. I just mute myself when the kids are screaming, so that way you guys don't have to listen to them.
Yeah, no worries.
So yeah, I'm gonna I'll just say to him basically what I said to the other guy. Special assignment from the fleet or from command. Blah 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 blah. We need to retrieve the prisoner.
Right. We haven't heard of any orders. Actually, the last orders we got was this prisoner was supposed to be held in here until he broke. And you kind of see the guy. He's just like he hates being in here so much. he's just like he looks at you and he's like, any word's better than this kind of like look.
I would pipe up at this point and be like, surely this convenes all Gark regulations about prisoner holding. I don't know rank. I don't know your rank, good brother, but surely this convenes all of those laws in one go
What are you saying?
against.
He's saying it's just break some kind of laws of armed conflict to torture a man like this is what he's implying.
Yes, isn't this like
mention
kind of
mention the
illegal
Milagro
torture?
Accords.
Especially with the recent Milagro
Tell him
Accords.
about the Milagro Accords.
Especially with the recent Milagro Accords additions, surely this would be potentially in direct breaking of these, good brother.
I'll say he's
what are the
separatist scum.
Milagro Accords?
You haven't been keeping up on your pick news, have you?
Apparently not, but we heard of the talks about the Milagro Accords. We haven't heard of any official documents.
Oh fuck! Wait, have they not made? They haven't been made official yet, have they? Fuck!
They have not been. Nothing has been made official
Oh,
about those
Tracer.
documents. Technically,
God damn it.
that was a wizard.
I would just say, why don't we just give them the fucking orders? And...
Anyway, can
I
we
would-
see your orders, please?
At this point, this is.
I assumed he would
Boys.
hand them the orders. Okay.
All right, boys. This is it. If they accept it, we're golden. If they don't, we have to murder everyone in this room, and silently.
We have to murder every single member of Ava 33 plus a security detail. Or
There's
does
only
that-
security
Yes.
detail. There's no Ava 3-3 in there, as far as
No.
I'm aware.
Okay, there might be an Ava 3-3. But yes.
Please kill
We
me.
have to leave 4 corpses in Ava 3-3's room.
I want Bigness to be the one to find them.
Okay, but moving on.
Okay, so T hands them his orders. He looks them over, looks up, looks back down at the orders.
Oh, drum roll.
All right, prisoners, all yours. They're like,
Beautiful.
oh,
God.
finally! I can't wait to get out of this place. And one of the security guards quickly presses the button that releases him.
I would quickly enter in, sort of begin doing basic medical checks.
Uh-huh.
Making sure he has a pulse.
As you walk towards him, you get like 5 feet next to him. You notice the floor is really sticky right here.
I would
Gross.
skirt around
That's gross.
it. I would skirt around
It's
it.
just Bigness fucking jerking off all over the goddamn floor.
You-
It was fucking
you-
Roxanne
you-
Wolf.
You notice the rest of you kind of notice that the floor is a little sticky around the barracks as well, but it's like maybe it's just kind of like
It's
the
not
rubber of your
livable
shoes.
because of this
I
trooper.
would
There's
skirt
explanations for
around-
others.
I would
Yeah.
skirt around the spot as much as I could, trying to
You
make my
can't-
way to. the
You
prisoner.
can't go around it. He's standing in it.
I would just at this point just say fuck it, and just step on it.
All right, you're also droid. You don't care.
Does my guy have a pen?
I just
And
messaged.
completely off topic.
Does your guy have a
I
pen?
No, it's a clone.
Yeah,
Why would he need a pen?
I want to graffiti a penis on their door. Gotta be honest.
You
Like-
do not
like
have a
while
pen.
I'm sitting there with my back. Damn it.
You don't
Fine,
have a
fine.
pen.
I would make my way to him and start performing basic medical checks to make sure he's still fucking alive and breathing.
Hello.
Oh yeah, no, he's
Can you
he's
hear
he's
me?
alive and breathing.
Yeah,
He's
we
Yeah,
like,
we hear you.
Get me out
Okay.
of here,
I was talking.
please.
Oh yeah, we didn't hear you before.
I would then address him. Admiral, I am. Fuck, I said that wrong.
No,
Admiral,
just
we are-
call him separatist scum. You know, I'm gonna leave it at that.
No,
Let's
let him
move
let him
separatist
play.
scum.
Let him play. Let him play.
Let him
Admiral-
cook.
Please follow the corporal in front of you. He will be leading you to transport out of the ship and to the main fleet. I'm going to be monitoring you throughout your time with us to make sure that there is no medical concerns between here and the fleet, and that if you are carrying any form of illness, it is dealt with before such time as it could spread to other ships or the greater Galactic Republic. Furthermore, there will be additional members to our security detail.
Mhm.
I then say before putting the butt of my stock into his back and like forcing him forward.
Okay.
Let's move separatist scum. If you give us any trouble, our orders are to eliminate you with prejudice.
Don't say that out loud.
No, I'm. You know what?
Actually, say that on the orders.
No, that's. You know, yeah, it does.
Alright, good then.
The orders that we were given before this, yeah, we were allowed to kill him. Sorta.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Kinda.
We haven't been lying this entire time. Why would we start now?
I guess we just continue moving.
Okay.
I mean,
we just
you
wanna
also
do-
want to like put fear into him so that he knows that we mean business.
Do we want to do, I guess, a proper HVT extract of diamond formation, T at the front, bones and wizard either side and me at the back?
Proper.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
That's the best way.
So we have
Real official, real formal, get back to the lab.
And get back there like in a quick but don't run, but just like with a purpose.
Yeah.
Stop for nobody.
Okay. Accidentally almost go up to hangar command, go back down. Okay. You guys start. You'd be going the top way.
Oh, fuck, whatever. Doesn't matter.
you
not
guys
going back to
start. You guys start making your way out
Downtown.
back towards your lat.
Oh God, why am I expecting the sergeant to pop up again? Because he fucking is. I just pulled targets. I ruined target thing.
You
We're done.
you do see the sergeant walk past you, and he kind of like he does the look and keeps walking.
You found peace.
And then does he turn around on the spot?
And he
Why
just
would he?
he
No,
keeps
he
walking.
wouldn't.
He doesn't. He just
Okay,
kind of
cool.
sees you guys did your job.
No. Yeah, I was gonna say.
So where are we? So where are we now?
All he would see is that we were actually telling the truth,
Mhm.
you know, and we had orders. Like,
Where are we now?
You're walking right past the elevators.
What? Oh, okay. So we're like.
Yeah,
here.
you're right there. So you would have crossed him about right there. He's going to do whatever he needs to do.
Sergeant duties, whatever.
can I make a comment real quick? You know, what's going to be hilarious is when, if and when we actually pull this off, and Legia gets told, you know, by Target on Monday, well, the prisoner was transferred off the ship. What do you mean he was transferred? I didn't give that order. Yeah, a couple of clones showed up and transferred him off the ship. But now he's back in command of the CIS fleet. It's really weird.
Crazy. I don't know what happened with
Oh, what
that.
happened
But the
either?
best part is that Legia ordered him to the bigness cage, thinking it was just some troll thing he was doing. And it wasn't going to affect anything at all, and he's got to
It
eat his
affected
words.
literally everything.
Target.
It would
Could
have
I be
hard
the
for
one
us to get him
deliver
out of
the
prison.
news?
Say
Could I
again?
be the one? Could I be the one to deliver the news
No,
if we do it? Oh,
no.
Gotta be a target, yeah.
It's got to be me.
Yeah.
Because otherwise
let's-
it's somebody
let's
else.
finish this.
If it's
Moving on,
me,
moving on,
then
moving
it
on.
makes sense. Okay. All right. So you guys make your way to the rest of the way to the lat. No issues. You board. Your lat doors close. Your pilots start up the engine. You
Are
lift
these
off
clone
And-
pilots?
and
Are
you
these clone
take
pilots,
off.
or-
Nope, they
No,
are.
our pilot.
And we
They're
have a
BX
parking
commandos.
ticket.
All right.
Who
Okay.
issued us a parking ticket?
And you guys have successfully. Well,
Oh,
Jesus Christ. Our security is so lax.
wait. He didn't say. He did. He stopped before saying success.
I mean, if we
you
did
guys
it right now, it's still a win.
successfully get them off the Venator.
Okay, we haven't run his fleet yet. We haven't got him out of system yet. He's still in system.
If we die now, it's still technically a win because they don't have the admiral.
This is very true.
So
Wait a
are you
second,
guys?
what was our extract plan, anyways?
He's going to the CIS fleet in orbit.
But like, how are we getting him there? Are we just
We're
gonna
literally
fly
flying there,
Are we
and we're
just
going to
flying a
communicate with
straight
them.
line?
Yeah, we're
We look like we're
Why
heading a
have-
trajectory to our own fleet, which is also engaged in the CIS fleet. In the hustle and bustle and confusion, we will go to the CIS fleet instead of the Republic one, and we'll just dock and get them off.
Yeah.
I will shout to the pilot, HVT secure, radio it into command. Make sure they get us an escort.
So you're calling in to the pilot to radio to broadcast out that AHVT has been secured.
No,
I don't know if that's.
I don't
You
think
don't
we
want to
can do
say
that.
anything.
I don't
Yeah,
think we should do that.
do we have secure comms on this lat with the separatist ships?
You probably do not, considering you're
Republic
borrowing
ship.
it from the pirates.
Mhm.
Okay, then no, we don't. We say nothing and continue flying.
All right. You guys are able to make it to the admiral ship and drop him off.
Hey,
Impeccable.
You have successfully completed your mission.